There is something about the first Sunday in March that seems to bring out the very worst in Manchester United. After being beaten 4-1 by Manchester City on the maiden Sunday in March last year, United suffered further humiliation on the opening Sunday of the same month this year, being hammered 7-0 by Liverpool at Anfield, marking one of the lowest ebbs in the club's rich and colourful history. The Merseysiders' second-half onslaught brought an end to the Reds' 11-game unbeaten run in devastating style. Unlike 12 months ago, however, you can feel a lot more confident about them bouncing back and recovering as quickly as possible, though they will have a lot of making up to do before they are fully forgiven. At this juncture 12 months ago, United were still no closer to ending their trophy drought, had dropped out of the top four and had already exited both domestic cup competitions. Their only hope of salvaging their season was in the form of the Champions League. This time around, however, United have already scooped a trophy, remain a strong bet to finish inside the Champions League places and are still competing in two other cup competitions. They also have a manager who has the ability, as he has already proven this season, to ensure his players suffer no hangovers from major setbacks. Tonight's Europa League last 16 first-leg clash with Real Betis at Old Trafford represents United's players' first opportunity to take their first steps along the road to redemption. They will be expected to deliver a first-class response to Sunday's horror show and deliver the kind of performance those in the away end at Anfield at the weekend would have expected on Merseyside. Fortunately, United, who got the better of Barcelona in the last round of the Europa League, have been almost perfect at Old Trafford this season, turning M16 back into the fortress it was always renowned as being. The Reds have won 19 of their 23 home games in all competitions this season and are unbeaten in their last 19 on their own patch, dating back to a 1-0 defeat to Real Sociedad on September 8. By contrast, United won just 13 of their 26 home games last season, meaning they have already surpassed last term's tally for Old Trafford victories by some distance. Along with their improved clean sheet tally, their home form has been the bedrock for the progress that they have made under Erik ten Hag. Tonight's clash with Betis marks the first of 3 home games in the space of just 11 days for Ten Hag and his players, hosting Southampton in the Premier League on Sunday and then Fulham for a place in the semi-finals of the FA Cup the following Sunday, March 19. United will only leave Old Trafford once between now and the upcoming international break, and that will be for the second leg of their tussle with Betis in Spain next Thursday. Taking United's impressive home form into account, they could not have wished for a better scenario after such a humiliating defeat. They remain a long way off from perfecting their away form, meaning 3 home games in their next 4 fixtures is exactly what the doctor ordered. Last season, there were far too many occasions where the visiting team would be celebrating a famous victory in front of the away end, rubbing further salt into gaping United wounds. Only Brighton Hove Albion and Real Sociedad have tasted that luxury this time around. Not only have United won more games at Old Trafford this season, they have also been much better defensively than they were last term, too. In the Premier League, for example, they boast the joint best home defensive record, conceding just 8 goals alongside Chelsea and Newcastle United. In all competitions they have conceded just 15 times on their own patch under Ten Hag. With that said, they will fancy their chances of getting back on track against Betis this evening and putting one foot in the last 8 of the Europa League, ahead of aiming to reignite their top 4 charge on Sunday against Southampton and then taking on Fulham in the FA Cup a week later. Ten Hag has resurrected their Old Trafford fortunes, and they must use that to their advantage to help heal the wounds generated by Sunday's events at Anfield.